Remember the good old days? No, not the days of dial-up and floppy disks. I'm talking about the days when the internet was a breeding ground for terrifying tales. Back then, every corner of the web felt like it could be hiding a chilling story. These weren't just your average ghost stories. These were stories born from the internet, shared in hushed tones on forums and message boards. They were stories that kept you up at night, staring at your screen, wondering if the shadows in the corner of your room were moving. It was a simpler time before social media dominated the internet. A time when online communities gathered around shared interests, like a love for all things spooky. These communities were the lifeblood of a phenomenon that would come to be known as creepypasta. But what exactly is creepypasta, and what happened to it? Join me, theorists, as we dive deep into the rise and fall of internet horror and explore how these digital spectres continue to haunt us to this day. Get ready, because things are about to get creepy. The term creepypasta might sound like a bad dish from a Halloween-themed restaurant, but trust me, it's much more intriguing. In its simplest form, creepypasta is a horror story born and shared online. But it's so much more than that. Creepypastas are viral, spreading from forum to forum, website to website, like a digital ghost story told around a campfire. These stories are often short, designed to be read in one sitting, and often leave you with more questions than answers. They thrive on ambiguity, leaving room for the reader's imagination to fill in the blanks and fuel their nightmares. But what truly sets creepypastas apart is their immersive nature. They often incorporate images, videos, and even sound, blurring the lines between fiction and reality. Think of it like this. Imagine you're scrolling through a forum late at night, and you stumble across a post with a grainy image attached. The caption reads, "My friend took this photo at a local park. Can anyone explain what's in the background?" As you lean in closer, you notice a tall, shadowy figure lurking in the trees, its face hidden from view. Your heart skips a beat. Is it just a trick of the light or something more sinister? That, my friends, is the essence of creepypasta. The late 2000s and early 2010s marked the golden age of creepypastas. This was a time when stories like Slender Man, Jeff the Killer, and Ben Drowned spread like wildfire across the internet, captivating the imaginations of millions and spawning countless spin-offs, fan art, and even real-world incidents. These iconic characters became more than just stories. They became cultural phenomena. Slender Man, with his unsettling blank face and unnervingly long limbs, tapped into our primal fear of the unknown. Jeff the Killer, with his grotesque grin and bloodthirsty tendencies, personified the darkness that can lurk within seemingly ordinary people. And Ben Drowned, the malevolent entity trapped within a haunted Majora's Mask cartridge, preyed on our nostalgia for childhood video games, twisting them into something sinister. These stories weren't just scary, they were relatable. They tapped into our anxieties about technology, isolation, and the dark side of human nature. They reflected our deepest fears back at us, amplified by the anonymity and reach of the internet. But like all good things, the golden age of creepypasta couldn't last forever. By the mid-2010s, the genre began to decline in popularity. The once thriving forums and websites dedicated to creepypasta saw a decrease in activity, and the internet's attention shifted to new forms of online entertainment. So what happened? Well, several factors contributed to the decline. First and foremost, the internet itself was changing. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube were becoming the dominant force in online communication. And the once niche communities that had nurtured creepypasta began to fragment. The rise of smartphones also played a role, as people were now more likely to consume content in short bursts on the go, rather than spending hours immersed in online forums. Furthermore, the genre itself became a victim of its own success. The oversaturation of creepypasta content, much of it derivative and uninspired, led to a decline in quality. The internet, once a breeding ground for fresh and original horror, was now flooded with cliché stories about haunted video games, vengeful spirits, and creepy figures lurking in the shadows.